Hey there everybody, it's Jackie Kunkel in live today from my studio. We have a little bit of quilt studio fun today. I want to just clear up another thing about the time zone deal. I know a lot of you are having issues with time zone. So Arizona time zone, we are Mountain Standard Time. We never ever change time. We don't do daylight savings or anything of that sort. So we are currently 3 hours behind the East Coast. Spring and summer, we're 3 hours behind. In the fall, we are 2 hours behind because we never change our time. So for those of you who are looking for me about an hour ago, well, I wasn't here. It's 1:30 right now. 3 hours behind the East Coast, and in the fall and winter, we are 1 hour behind the East Coast. So I hope that answers any questions. Hi, welcome in everybody. Thanks for joining me. Today is just going to be kind of a fun little quilt studio time because I don't know if you noticed my absence in the past 2 weeks. I haven't had any Watch Me Wednesday lives. Hey Kyra, how are you? I was away for 2 whole weeks. I was enjoying a little R&R actually with my family. My parents were celebrating their 60th wedding anniversary. Isn't that amazing? So we all went to Italy to celebrate with them. I personally have never been there. My husband had never been there. My children had never been there either. So it was really kind of fun. We got to see a lot of my heritage, my background. My grandparents all came from Italy. My parents had been there many, many times. So it was really fun to be there and enjoy it with my parents. And we had a fabulous time. I did document some for those of you who are friends with me on my personal Facebook page. You got to see some of those pictures that we took during the vacation, and it was a load of fun. And yes, I did try and look for fabric while I was there, and believe it or not, when we were in Rome, 2 doors down from the hotel we were staying at, there was a fabric store. It wasn't a quilt shop per se, but I'm glad to be back. It wasn't a quilt shop, so they had a lot of clothing fabric, garment type fabrics, beautiful stuff. But I assessed what I wanted to do while I was in Italy and decided not to come home with any fabric, much to my dismay. But I am happy to be home. I caught a little bit of a cold when we woke up early in the morning on Saturday, 3 a.m. Italy time, so that's 9 hours ahead of me. Got on a plane, traveled 24 hours really. We had 3 flights, so it was 24 hours of full travel, and I did not sleep a wink. So I was really, really tired when I got home and just fell flat and rested all night and slept really well actually. So anyway, hi guys, how is everybody? So today, because I was away for 2 weeks, I wanted to kind of just share some of the things that I'm doing in my studio and give those of you who have not seen my studio and some of the things that I've done to my studio a little look inside of where what I do in my studio and what it looks like. Thanks, Jean. I'm glad to be back too. I'm glad you enjoyed my pictures. So I'm going to show you a few things. First, I want to show you, let's see if you can see this. Shoot, no. Can you guys still see me? Please tell me if you can. Because I think I hit the finish button by accident. I guess you can. Thank you. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to hit that button. But I wanted to show you this little top I made before I left. Can you see? I made it with this really cool batik rayon. And I love how it looks. I did post some pictures. I can't remember if I posted them on my personal page and my business page or both. And if I didn't, I'll go back and post it. But I want to show you. I'm going to turn the camera around. I want to show you the pattern that I used to make it. It really worked up quick. I made it in about 2.5 hours. And for those of you who didn't know, here's a little tidbit about me. Before I started quilting long ago, I was a garment maker. I made lots of garments. So it's kind of nice to refresh that and get back into it a little bit. So I'm going to show you the pattern that I used to make this cool little top that went real quickly. Okay, so this is the top I made. It was by Indigo Junction. And I made actually the longer version here. So they have a short version and then a longer version. And I made the longer version just because I like it and it goes together well. And I actually got a couple other patterns. I'm going to make this cool pattern by Quilt. Is the Rhiannon shirt. I really like that. And she's got some other options you can do with it. And I'm also going to make that cool tunic type top, the Kaylee tunic by Quilt. And I really love that too. And I'm going to show you some of the fabrics that I'm going to use to make a few options of this. So Island Batik, for those of you who know, I work with Island Batik and I design fabric with them. They sent me some rayons that I can work with to make some of the patterns. So I'm going to, and if for those of you who know me, know that I love this color. This is like my favorite color. This one's called Hummingbird Punch, and it's a batik rayon from Island Batik. So I'm going to use that for one of the shirts. Then I got this one. Those of you who know me know I love black and white. This one's called Night Vision. And these are all available. They should be available through a lot of your quilt shops or etc. But so if you're garment maker, you can definitely find these on Island Batik or your quilt shop. This one is called Mai Tai. Isn't that pretty? So it's kind of got that wine kind of color in there that I like so much, but it's got a little bit more of a motif and some extra color in there, which I really love. Yeah, and if, by the way, if anybody you know would like to watch, you can click the little share button below and you can share the video right now and you can tell them that you share it to your timeline and tell them to join in. Then I got this fabric. The next three are art gallery fabrics. I love florals. And this is also a cotton voile. Oh no, wait, maybe this is the rayon. I don't remember if this is the rayon or not. They feel almost the same, but isn't that pretty? I thought that would be nice, light and summery. And then this one, this is a cotton voile, which is also, oh Mary, these fabrics, I won't be carrying the art gallery. I possibly might be carrying the Island Batik. So the patterns, maybe. If I get enough interest in them, I might be. So keep checking back. So this art gallery fabric, and then this one, actually, I was able to get this one. This is actually the same one that Quilt used in here. I just love that so much, and I was able to find it. It's an art gallery voile. And so I'm going to make that top out of that as well. So you're going to see me wearing some of my own clothes again. I do so enjoy making clothes. And I'm hoping to have some of these patterns ready, especially in the batiks for the fall quilt market. So anyway, so another thing that I'm working on is Judy Niemeyer Caribbean Starfish. For those of you who know me, know I do a lot of Judy Niemeyer because I teach it all over the country as well as teaching my things. By the way, just in case you're wondering where I'm going to be, you can always go onto my website and check my schedule to see if you can get into one of my classes. So I'm working on that, but I can't show you the project right now because I'm making it with my fall line of fabric from Island Batik. So you're kind of getting little glimpses. I'm posting things on the Facebook page. So I can tell you there are blues and purples and really cool colors and a little break from what I normally do, but they're beautiful nonetheless. So stay tuned for that. And I've got all my other designs, my personal designs made from the fabric as well. So let me take you on a little tour. For those of you who haven't been in my studio, let me take you on a little tour. And for those of you, again, who love my carpet, yes, I got it from overstock.com. So they have several versions of this carpet there too. I happen to like this one, but it is, if you look really closely, there's cat fur from my quilt inspectors, but it's made actually out of fabric, believe it or not. So this is on overstock.com. For those of you who want to get a carpet like this, you can get different versions. So I'm going to take you around my room. So this is where I keep all my teaching manuals. So all the patterns and things that I teach out of are kept right there, handy for me. This is my little Notions cutting table. It's an IKEA piece. You can't get it anymore. I know somebody's going to ask me. You cannot buy it anymore. It's the Varde line. They don't make them anymore. So I got it a long time ago, and it just doesn't, they just don't do it. So, but I love it, and I'm never getting rid of it. No, I'm not selling it to anybody. So don't ask. Anyway, so then this is where I sew. So you can see I've got my my go-to machine here is my Viking Sapphire 960Q, which I absolutely adore. And then I have some fabric stash in here. I've got a TV up there, so when I want to watch TV, I can watch it. And I do listen to music sometimes too. I've got my son's stack of blocks for his quilt, which you saw in the last video. Then I've got another station set up too, which sometimes I jump over here, or if a friend is here, it's this, by the way, is my trusty Viking #1 Plus. I bought this. This is my first machine that first big machine that I actually purchased myself in 1995. It was a big purchase for me then, and it is a workhorse. I love my Vikings. I think I had a Singer before that, but it didn't last very long. I'd be curious to know what was your first machine that you ever had. This one I will never get rid of. I'll never get rid of that. And I actually have another sewing machine, another Viking in my closet. I have several machines and they're all Vikings. But you can see here, I want to show you this. So these are some of my stash here. And these are separated these are dots and spots. Okay, so you've got your black backgrounds with spots and dots, and then you go into the different colorways and your spots and dots, and then you've got white backgrounds that represent spots and dots, and then just plain old whites, and then more whites with spots and dots, and a little fan just in case you get a little warm. So then I got a few things hanging here. So that's my sewing area, okay? And then we come around, this is where my ironing station is. So I have to get up out of my chair to come iron. So that's the only way I move when I'm in here. Then I've got my design wall here. And my design wall has not changed. Oh, Jan, you have a #1 Plus too. Isn't it a great machine? My design wall hasn't changed since the last time I was on my episode 4, only because I was away for 2 weeks. So, but I could tell you a little bit about what's on my design wall. So this is my crystals pattern. I currently have it in stock. It is a paper piecing pattern. It's just this unit here. It's just 2 that make a block. Lisa Slinsky made this alternate version for me, as well as the very first version for me. Wow, thank you all for putting up your sewing machines. I can't wait to go read the comments afterwards. So this one is my crystals pattern, and Lisa, yes, I still got to quilt it, but it's available in my online store. You can get it as a PDF download, or you can get it as a hard print pattern. Then up there, that is my Island Breeze quilt. This is one that is one of my most popular patterns that I have. It also is available as a printed pattern and a PDF download, so you can get that. That's one of my most popular patterns. I teach it a real lot. In fact, I'm teaching it again if you live in Arizona, I'm teaching it again at a Quilter's Oasis in Mesa coming up. So you can join me there if you live in Arizona or you're coming by. Go check a Quilter's Oasis, and you can check my schedule online. It'll give you a link right over to Quilter's Oasis. So that's those 2. Then this is the Tea Leaf Table Runner from Judy Niemeyer. I have them both up here. No, they're not on my table yet because they are part of my trunk show actually. Then I just made these little guys up. They're little just 2.5-inch squares that I had, and I put them together. They're tiny. They're not full-size placemats, so they're like a snack mat. Then up there, those were some blocks from my little quilt group that I belong to here in Arizona. Sew, because just to remind me to sew. And a little piece that I purchased from Wanda. She's a blogger, Exuberant Color. I don't know if you follow her. And then a mosaic quilt block that I made. This is my thread wall. Yeah, I love my thread, and I got thread over there too, if you could see it. My long arm, which is currently, this quilt is the next one to go on. So this one here, this is my scattered quilt, my scattered pattern. So this is the pattern, and you can get that to online as a PDF download or a printed pattern. And by the way, just so you can get a peek into my patterns, all my patterns are booklet style, just so you can see. They're booklet style with full color graphics on how to put things together. So they're really, really well done. And then if there's like a little extra that you need, like a template or something, I always include that in there as well. So you get the patterns, all my patterns are like that. But this particular one was done up with my fall line of fabric on the cover there, and then I had this one done up because I'm teaching this at the Bernina Connection in Phoenix. So if you're in Phoenix, this class is coming up. You can come up and take the class with me. I'd love to see you there. And then here is these are all the Judy Niemeyer patterns that I sell. So if you're ordering Judy Niemeyer patterns, that's where they come from. Now, here is the best part. I'm going to take you into my closet. You ready? You ready, folks? Here. Oh, wait. Here's my tuffets. This one is done in my fall fabric line. This one's my spring line, which will be in September. And this one is one I did out of K Facet. So, you ready to walk into my favorite place, my closet? Okay, here we go. And there it is. That's my colorful stash. I love it. I love it. It makes my heart sing. So when I moved here to Arizona, I unpacked all my fabrics and I folded them to fit into my cubbies, and all in colorway. Can you see that I have 4 cubbies filled with like pinks and magentas? Because that's my favorite color. And then I've got 2 with oranges, 2 with green, 2 with yellow, very little blue, very little blue. And then some purples and very little brown. And then I've got some blacks in there. So let me kind of swing around the room. Then I got some stuff up there, projects and things. Quilt tops to be quilted. Yep, those are my quilt tops to be quilted. Then I've got some books over there. That's my book library. Then I've got product that I sell online. So there's the little sunflower quilts thread cutter that I gave away last time. My Fresh Pickins thread collection just came in, so this is up on my website. Yep, there it is. I love it. It's like a candy box. So that's some stock. And this is my Splash of Color thread box. It's a small thread box with the smaller spools, which I love. And it goes with my book, which I also have my stock in here for my book. These are tubs that I bring with me when I go to a quilt guild to speak. And then I have my patterns are all in these tubs and back in the bins there. So these are my newest line of patterns that came out with my Fresh Pickins. So you can see again, here is the booklet style with the full color graphics that you get, which is really super duper nice. So this is my closet. Oh, and those are like backing fabrics up there. And then the box for my sewing machines is up there, and I've got a few things stuffed behind there. But oh, and those are those Funky Friends patterns that people are buying up like candy. It's crazy. Those are great, great little patterns for if you want stuffed animals. But this is my heaven right here. This is my little piece of heaven. So that's, I'm going to shut the light out in there, and I'm going to close the door. But I'll give you a view here. This is my studio again. So this is it from my closet. Okay. And let me turn around. Okay, so that's kind of what I've been up to the 2-week trip to Italy, and then just kind of getting back into the groove. Oh, Mary's got the lizard one. I love the lizards. But anyway, I'm kind of getting back into the groove. I'm doing some paper piecing. I'm planning on doing some garment sewing. I'd love to hear what you guys are doing. I will post, when I'm done with the video, I will post this video for those of you who weren't able to watch. You'll be able to see it, not live. But I'll also post links in there with all the product that I just showed you if you're interested in them. But that's my studio. I hope you liked it. I love it. I live in here on a daily basis, and basically my husband really could just shove food under the door for me because I even have a bathroom. So I don't have a kitchen. I need a kitchen, I think. What do you think? So anyway, I'm glad to be back, and I'm glad to be sharing my day with you, and I hope that you are having as wonderful a day as I am. I am feeling much better now that I'm back, and the cold is going away. So I hope you all have an awesome day. Please go ahead, share the video so other people can see. And next week, I hope to have something really special for you guys to see. So make sure you tune in next week. And remember, spring and summer, we're 3 hours behind the East Coast. So when it's 4:30 on the East Coast, it's 1:30 here where I am. And in the fall and winter, when it's 4:30 on the East Coast, it's 2:30 here. So you really want to be watching us at 3:30 on the East Coast in the fall and winter. So I will see you all next week for episode 6. Oh no, who's getting thunderstorms? That's not good. Oh yeah, Kyra, I will see you, and I'll have your fabric too. I have your order, so I'll have your fabric. And I'm glad you're in my class. Thanks, Laura. Anyway, oh, sorry, Sue. Maybe next week. Maybe next week, so stay tuned. I will see you all next week. Have a fabulous, fabulous day. Have a fabulous week, and enjoy your weekend, and get going and sew. Happy quilting, everyone. Take care.